Hey guys, welcome to another video on Brand Device where we talk about business and finance. My name is Bharat, and in this video I want to talk about, are you allowed to do day trading in Germany? Because a lot of students and even expats who are just here on a normal residence permit, they ask this question all the time because maybe this looks like a trading activity, so for which you might have to register a business. But I'm going to go into more detail about this, and I'm going to show you multiple websites from which you can get this information and read more on those websites. One important thing that you have to remember is that whenever you're thinking about finding any kind of information in Germany, it is very difficult to find it in English, and that's why I'm translating essentially all of the German websites for you so that you're able to understand what kind of regulations actually apply. I have native German proficiency, so I do not have any kind of problems there. Plus, I love making videos in English, so those two things combine very nicely. So if you don't want to miss out on any of these videos in the future, make sure that you are subscribing to the channel and you turn on the bell notification on so that you stay up to date with all of the content that I'm producing. You can also follow me on Instagram at Branddevice. And if you're more comfortable in German than in English, you can follow my German channel, Branddevice, Business und Finanz in Deutsch. So all of these links you will find in the description below. Alright, so let me take you to the screen now. We have a lot of things to cover. So as day trader, what kind of regulations exist for you in Germany? For that, I'm going to take you directly to the first website, which is pretty much called kostenlos-lernen.de. Again, I'm not being paid by this website or something, and also I'm not endorsing any of their products whatsoever, but I think this is an interesting article that they posted on the website. So here, for example, they're writing that muss man als Trader ein Gewerbe anmelden? So they are writing die zweite Frage, okay, bla bla, klare Antwort, nein. Solange Sie mit Ihrem eigenen Geld handeln, brauchen Sie kein Gewerbe anzumelden. So they're saying as long as you're trading with your own money, you do not have to register a business because it is your private money. But if you're taking money from somebody else and then you're doing trading, then it is going to be another story. Then you have to get a permission for that. So then they go into more detail about all of these things. One interesting tip that I found on this article was that it is better that you're having a separate current account when you're doing trading so that they're directly able to see what kind of, let's say, inflows and outflows happened. This makes it easier for the Finanzamt to check if the taxes and everything that you paid were the correct ones, or if they have to do something. So it's the best that you're having a separate current account or a Girokonto when you're doing trading. I'm sorry for the noise in the background. Alina is cooking something. Right. So this is the first website that you can take a look at. Again, about taxes, what you have to keep in mind is if you're doing day trading as your profession, then you still have the 9,000 euros per year of limit, which is completely free. You do not have to pay taxes on it. I think right now in 2021 it is 9,744. But for example, if you're doing a full-time employment and this limit is already covered, then you again have an additional of 801 euros per person of Sparpauschalbetrag, whatever they call it, Sparpauschbetrag. Yeah, so German words are. So you have that 801 euros of tax-free limit. That's great. And then afterwards, if you're married, you have 1,602 euros. So that's very nice. But then afterwards, if you're making any kind of profits above it, you have to pay 25% of Abgeltungssteuer, plus you have to pay 5% of Solidaritätszuschlag. The funny thing is, Solidaritätszuschlag is actually a tax on your capital gains tax. The same is for income tax. If you're earning above a specific amount, you have to pay tax on your income tax, and they call it for reunification of Germany, that they're paying this amount to the eastern side and stuff. But I still call it tax on the income tax or tax on the capital gains tax, because this is pretty much what it is. Another website that you can take a look at is Finanzderivate. Again, not being paid by the website or something, but a really interesting article here. They're writing, Privat-Daytrader müssen kein Gewerbe anmelden. Wenn Sie Daytrading betreiben möchten, müssen Sie nirgends anmelden und benötigen keine spezielle Erlaubnis. So if you're doing day trading as a private person and you're not taking money from somebody else, you're not saying, okay, give me your 1,000 euros and I'm going to make it into 1,500 euros. If you're entering into even verbal contracts like that and you're actually taking money from somebody, then of course it is going to be counted as a service and you will have to register yourself for that. But if you're doing it with your own private money, then you can do it completely fine. If you are thinking about getting a depot, because again you need a depot in Germany to start trading, I would really recommend Scalable Capital. I'm with them. I have over 106,000 euros in my portfolio with Scalable Capital. Have no problems whatsoever. If I wouldn't like them, I wouldn't have so much money lying inside the depot. The second thing is, if you're taking a look at the Girokonto, I really liked N26 so far, as long as you're not having 50,000 euros limit, because after that they're charging you 0.5% negative interest rate. So if you don't want to go with that, or if you're having problems with that, I think another very interesting bank would be Commerzbank. I think that is also very decent, and right now they're having a 50 euro sign up bonus. So if you're interested in that, you can like also sign up for it. These are pretty much my tips, but again, remember that I'm not a tax consultant nor I'm a lawyer. So make sure that you're talking about these things to your own like private tax consultant, or you're talking to the Finanzamt whatsoever. If you want to watch my videos in German, you can subscribe to the second channel that I have, Brandeweis Business und Finanzen Deutsch. If you have any kind of specific questions whatsoever, you can also sit down for a one-on-one appointment with me. The link for that you will find in the description. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.